Hello and welcome to another video from the Fantasy Legion. Sean joined me again. We're post-draft
Good
now.
to be back. Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? We've had the main draft in the books, and now it really gets serious. Now we start to evaluate where people have gone, who's won, who's lost, and I guess that's what we're going to be talking a bit about today, is it, Al?
Yeah, so we're talking about winners and losers from the 2020 draft.
Yeah.
We're going to start with the losers.
That's good. Yeah.
And the first one, I mean, we've talked about him and you've made a video about it, a very good video actually about him already, Aaron Rodgers. So
Yeah. If you haven't seen that video, there it is. So
they've drafted Jordan Love in the first round, haven't they?
Yeah, it's opened a big can of worms. I mean, I think we're going to go even deeper on this at some point, me and you, and really go at it from two different perspectives. But for me, I think it causes a lot of massive repercussions for Green Bay moving forward into 2020. Lots of them. It's not that, Jordan Love, or as I like to call him now, J-Lo, is going to cause any great problems there year one. It's not. It's just what it does behind the scenes, the locker room, and the kind of way that it was done. I know it's business. I know that's what the NFL does, but you're dealing with Aaron Rodgers. You're dealing with a quarterback. You could have handled this slightly differently and got the same result, frankly.
He's a Green Bay legend, isn't he? I mean, he is Green Bay, isn't he, really? If you think of Green Bay, the first player you think of is Aaron Rodgers. And it has been that way for years.
It is, yeah. It is. And they've gone into 3 decades with 2 amazing quarterbacks who are literally Pro Bowl / Hall of Famers. So they've never known for 3 decades what it's like potentially to not have one. I'm not saying for 1 minute that, Jordan Love might not be the perfect heir apparent, because we won't know yet. But I can say this with some certainty. He's a project. If you look at these quarterbacks, he's a project player. He needs time to sit behind a good quarterback, and I'm not sure he's going to have a lot of it.
I mean, from the outside in, it looks like the Packers have really thrown Aaron Rodgers under the bus, for one of a better phrase.
That's exactly how I see it. Yeah, absolutely.
And we did talk about this actually off camera, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean, look at this, right? So they took his potential heir apparent in the first. You don't pay stocks. Stocks everything. Stocks the value for NFL teams because you pay money for that. So the first round pick, at some point, he's got to not ride the pine within the next 2 years. He just has to not ride the pine. He can't go on sitting behind the scenes. Secondly, in the second round, they take a running back. And in the third round, they take a tight end project. I mean, you can't think of anything worse. The whole draft was abysmal, but
every pick of the Packers are going, which wide receiver are we going to get? We need to get Aaron some help. And basically did the opposite.
Yeah.
Basically, they found Aaron's replacement.
Often the fans...
They didn't even sign a wide receiver late on, and it's the deepest wide receiver draft. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense at all.
The fans are the ones that, close to the Packers organisation. They're the ones I look at for videos after the event. Not immediate reaction. You want to see how it sort of settles down over a couple of days and see what they say. And they're all fuming. Fuming 2 days later.
Right? I mean, I was fuming for them. I mean, it was quite kind of funny when you're not a Packers fan to watch them self-implode.
I just think from here, because the history is that all we can go on is what we know, reading between the lines and a few other things. I mean, it's pretty clear to me, the video that Aaron Rodgers was involved in less than a day before hinted at the hope that there would be some offensive weapon coming in the first round. And I don't think when he said offensive weapon, he meant his heir apparent.
he wasn't thinking about
a wide receiver was more than what he was thinking about here.
Yeah, I've got a slightly different take on this, a slightly different angle. We might as well cover it now as we're talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing it with his blessing. He's got big money coming due to him until 2021, and he sat a bit behind Brett Favre. And maybe he's in on it. Maybe, he's had a few injuries and, he can retire on his own terms. This is done with his blessing. He'll out-train him up. He'll play for a couple of years. And that's, a bit like Andrew Luck. He's taken a few injuries. He'll take his money and, and retire a Green Bay legend. And then, Love might be ready to take over. I mean, we just don't know. Everyone's presuming that Rodgers has been thrown under the bus, but we just don't know. Maybe he's on board with it. I mean, we don't really know.
I
I know it's
look,
unlikely, but
I'd like to think what you're saying is right. That would be really nice, and I would. That would be really good, actually. I'd like to see Aaron Rodgers take this guy under his wing and develop him as a quarterback over the next sort of 2 years, right? And if that happens, if that's what we see happening, and we're going to know pretty quickly once everything is said and done, great. Then it's obviously a very smart move by the organisation. There are a couple of problems with this. The first one is the draft in general did not indicate that. I could get it if they took a wide receiver, say in the second round, and an offensive lineman as well, or something like that in the third, and then did that in the first, and Aaron was all smiles, okay, I know my time is coming to an end, but, I'm working with the organ. I could get it. But I'm not seeing that. I mean, I love that rose-tinted view of yours.
Well, it's not rose-tinted. I just thought, there is another angle there that he does know.
You're right. You're right. There is the possibility. And if that is the way it goes down, right, if he's happy, great. I suspect he's not.
No, I suspect he's probably not happy.
I don't think he's happy. And I think you're going to see this pretty quick.
The Packers had a. I think like the Bears or the Vikings hacked them because the picks they were making. What are their strongest position? Well, quarterback. Well, we'll get that the first round.
Yeah. What else did you do? What else did you do well? What else did you do well last year?
We'll get one of them in the second round. I mean, hello.
Hello. You've got a great running game going. Let's get another one. I'll tell you what you do need. You do need a tight end, but you don't need a project one. You took a project one. It's great, isn't it?
It wasn't a deep tight end class, though, was it, to be honest?
It wasn't the year to take a project tight end in the third. No.
They've got tight ends anyway. There's loads of them. Of them
I agree. I mean, we'll know more. Look, put it there. There's more on this that meets the eye. I'm sure we'll come back and revisit this later. And if you haven't seen it, take a look at the deeper dive video because we do go through the numbers a little bit in there.
We'd love to hear the comments. What other people's points of view? Is there any chance that Rodgers is on board with this? I mean, let us know.
Yeah. Well, some people, it might be. Maybe he is. Maybe he's turned the corner, remembering what it was like when he was left in the cold by Brett Favre. Maybe he's become the much more mature QB that we've not seen. And you may be right. Let's see how it plays out.
Okay, well, let's move on to the another loser from the draft. Well, we talked about it briefly.
I love that. Yeah,
Aaron Jones, obviously, the 18 touchdowns or something last year. It was third tight end overall, third running back overall in scoring. I think
he was on our bold breakout last year, and he did a great job at breaking out last year.
He's on our rookie breakout originally as well, wasn't he? Third or fourth rounder.
You picked him out a long time ago, and he's slowly over time become exactly what we hoped he would be, and he's done everything we wanted here. Now
he'll still be number one, won't he?
Well, will he?
I think they'll do a timeshare, whereas before you're hoping he'll be like the 3 down back or not on the field 100%.
Look, I kind of see the argument. I was listening to some of the Green Bay fans on this, and that's where I kind of take my steer a little bit, where they said, obviously Jamal Williams going down helped Aaron Jones last year, which I suppose fair argument because at the end of the day they were a bit time sharing it. But I think what they learnt last year was that Aaron Jones could handle it. Now, you go and do this. And A.J. Dillon he's quite a good pick, actually. It's not a bad pick. It's not a project running back. It's a real threat to work. So I do agree with you.
Tell me what they're going to get in A.J. Dillon that they haven't got already. What's he going to bring to the party for Green Bay?
He doesn't bring anything that they don't already have, in all truthfulness now. I think Aaron Jones proved what he's capable of last year. Will A.J. Dillon ever do what Aaron Jones has done? That's to be decided. I think that's a long way. We're a long way from that. And they are going to be in some sort of committee. Do I think he's going to take a lot of snaps? Not really, but he could take 40% away, and that's a big deal. Going into this next season.
We saw that happen with Jamal Williams, and he's not the best running back ever, is he?
Yeah, it's murky.
In all due respect to him, which wasn't very.
Yeah, well, it's quite murky now, and I mean, I must be honest. He has to move down boards, and he has moved down boards. And give you an idea of how far
he's rookie last year as well, and didn't play him at all.
Do you know? I looked at Fantasy Pros this morning. This is just this morning, right? So we haven't even really started drafting yet. This is in standard scoring, not PPR, where you could argue Aaron Jones might be even be more valuable. He'd fallen, would you believe? Aaron Jones has fallen to 16th in the ADP.
No,
on the back of this news.
That's a bit of an overreaction, I think. But I guess if he's time sharing.
We're going to see a lot of that.
Yeah.
We're going to see a lot of that moving forward.
And it's sort of nailing these sort of the value that you kind of need to do in your draft. So we'll see how things progress. And
Definitely.
He's still the number one for me. But they're obviously going to give snaps to Dylan.
But where would
maybe
you take him though, Al? If you're being honest, I mean, at the moment, is Aaron Jones still a first round targetable player, or does that now depend on league size?
We're seeing today most teams are running back by committee now, the RBBC. So there's not many because. There's a few, like you saw Derrick Henry last year, but there's a few. There's obviously McCaffrey. He's likely to get most snaps. Elliott will get some, but they're still going to have a bit of Pollard in there. But those 3 down running backs at sort of the league winners are getting few and far between now. And Aaron Jones looks like he's trending the wrong way to be that guy as well. So not that he can't have a good year and put up points. So
no, absolutely not. But it now muddies the water. Water.
So, Green Bay fans getting to. I mean, if you're a Bears fan or or a Vikings fan, you can come and have a laugh.
Chip in.
It's the time to lay the boot in on your green rivals, isn't it? So,
they'll love that.
Another loser in the draft, Kerryon Johnson, promising player, but been fragile so far for Detroit Lions. Obviously, they picked up a great running back in DeAndre Swift, so the writing's on the wall.
Well.
Or will it be a timeshare again, do you think? At least.
Well, you see, the thing is Kerryon Johnson. I think of all the landing spots to go to, Detroit is the place where running backs go to die. There hasn't been a 1,000-yard rusher for quite some time.
They've had a good one in the past, Sean. Pretty good, wasn't they?
Oh, they've had an amazing one in the past. But the past is it's a long way in the past, You have to go back a while. I mean, I'm not saying he's not capable of a 1,000-yard season, this new kid. He is. Swift is very good, but Kerryon isn't going away, still under contract, has a big deal. Again, this is a really muddy one, and Kerryon's value is just going to plummet through the floor based off this.
Well, we kind of said before the draft that where are the clear number one landing spots?
Well, we were right, weren't we? I mean,
murky,
we nailed it really when we said, it wasn't clear cut, and actually, ironically enough, it was even less clear cut because teams like Miami, Atlanta, Tampa Bay, the kind of spots where you thought one of these big ones would land, didn't. So it really muddied it. So it's really interesting. Very interesting.
I mean, we'll talk about some of those teams that, when we're talking about the winners, and because obviously they were expected to be. I mean, nobody thought that Green Bay were going to get another running back. I mean, and also probably the Colts. The Colts have got Marlon Mack. He's another big loser. They picked maybe my favourite running back personally, Jonathan Taylor, in the draft. It's murky though, especially for this year in Dynasty. I think Taylor, and they've got Pittman, two of my favourite players in this draft class. I'm going to enjoy watching the Colts over the next few years. I like Paris Campbell as well. I hope he steps up this year. But big knock for Marlon Mack owners in Dynasty.
Oh, it's huge. Jonathan Tate. I mean, again, this is exactly the same as Kerryon, really. Kerryon can never stay healthy. Marlon Mack's got health issues. Now JT comes in. It's a huge, massive rub. I mean, Kerryon's value will plummet through the floor. I don't really see anything other than Swift taking over, if I'm honest. How long that takes won't take.
Jonathan Taylor.
Sorry. Just talking about Swift momentarily, because I think, it's the same situation. Jonathan Taylor will come in and just take all of that. That's the end of that. That's the end of it. There's for me, there's no competition.
Well, Matt will get on the field this year, won't he? They will. They maybe. Will they run him into the ground, or will they backfield share?
No, I think Jonathan Taylor, just like DeAndre Swift, they've quickly established themselves as the number ones. I think I could see Marlon Mack, if I'm truthfully honest, being traded away before the season even draws near. He really got all that written all over him. And do you know what? He might end up at Atlanta. There you go. There's just something that could happen.
Well, do they want... I mean, Atlanta, can they learn the lesson from old croc running backs, giving a 5-year deal to Devontae Freeman, and then he decided to take 5 years off pretty much, didn't he? And with his dodgy knee.
Yeah.
He got that deal. You never saw him fit on the field. Wasn't the same player, was he? So.
No.
Okay, well, another couple that are sort of have been hit by the draft. Obviously, Damian Williams. They got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Kansas City in the first round. We're not saying that Williams won't have a role. I think he probably will, and they'll probably have both of them on the field, won't they, during times this season?
I, if I'm honest, I'm going to save a little bit for a follow-up video when we, talk about certain winners. But what I will say is this: I think the writing's on the wall for Damian Williams. I mean, that's pretty clear. It's the same as the other two chaps we've just talked about with Marlon Mack and Karen Johnson. I mean, did a great job in the Super Bowl. Well done. But the team's moved on.
I don't think they'll disappear completely, though. I mean, even last year, Kansas used Sean McCoy and
look. They're under they're under contract. There'll be some work there for all of them.
Well, they extended him this
work?
year. They extended Damian Williams, didn't they?
How much of that work? How much of that work will be there for any of those guys remains to be seen. But one thing I'm pretty confident on in all those rookies will end up getting the majority or the lion's share of the work. To be honest with you, pretty quickly. And that's just the way it is when you invest heavily in the first round. It's not saying that they're all going to be successes, but it's just the reality of the situation. They will get given every opportunity to succeed.
Okay. Another guy that's probably lost out, possibly. I mean, it's hard to say completely. Michael Gallup. Obviously, they've took maybe the best wide receiver in the class, in my view. I couldn't stop grinning. I'm a Dallas fan, and they drafted obviously CD Lamb because he's my favourite wide receiver in the class. So I think it was a move to sort of screw over the Philadelphia Eagles. I
think it's a great move. Dallas, your team have got a great offense moving forward into 2020. I think you could argue they've got three now excellent wide receivers. I actually think the player that will suffer the most from this in the end will strangely be Amari Cooper because I think Gallup proved how valuable he was to Dallas last year and how much trust Dak's got in him. And Amari faded in key games. That's not going to be a problem with CD Lamb. CD Lamb will get better in the big games. So I got a feeling this kid's going to come in and do a lot year one and surprise people and then do a lot more year two. And I wouldn't be surprised if he quickly takes over here within a couple of seasons.
What he can do. I mean, he's got a good QB thrown to him. I mean, Dak threw more
fabulous
than anyone, didn't he? Or certainly
fabulous. I mean, the guy can adjust to any kind of throw. He fights for the ball. He gets balls that how do you catch them? I mean, you can work on the sideline where you don't even. How does he get his toes in bounds? He's perfect for your system. And that opens up the running game as well. So I think he can establish himself really well. And the question will be, who really loses? Is it Gallup, who wasn't really expected last year to do as well as he did? Or is it Amari Cooper? I think maybe on the longer term, I think it might be Cooper that loses out. But it's an interesting situation. One I'd rather have it. I'd rather be Dallas have got a great situation on their hands.
Cooper is the one. I mean, he got his big deal. So on paper, it looks like he isn't a loser.
Yeah, I'm not expecting anything less, but I think at the moment...
It takes a bit of pressure off
Lamb. Lamb will get a good share.
Yeah, he takes a bit of pressure off Cooper.
Yeah.
I mean, Cooper, obviously, there's a lot of pressure on him. He's always playing against the cornerback one, pretty much all of the time. So it opens it up for Gallup and Lamb. Like you say, it opens it up for Zeke as well, if they stretch
should thrive in the system. Should thrive.
Okay, so Gallup's a potentially... I mean, it could help him, but,
both Amari... But there's enough targets to go around because the thing is, none of them may suffer. We could look back in 2021 and look at three wide receivers who got 1,000 yards plus each. I mean, honestly, there's enough there for everybody.
Okay, so there's a couple of more players. Obviously, Justice Hill and Gus Edwards for the Ravens. They were like RB 2 and 3 there.
Well, it's a perfect. I mean, he's my
favourite. Your favourite, Dobbins.
Yeah, my favourite running back in the whole group because of his. It's the whole package as a running back. It's not just what he can do on the field. It's the whole package of a player. The Ravens saw it, and he fell to them, and they took him. And they took the best player available, the same as Dallas did. Took the best player available, and I mean, it's a great fit. Now, will it be relevant year one? Unlikely, because Mark Ingram is still going to get the majority of the work there. That's a bit more clear-cut for me. Will Dobbins have some shares? Absolutely. And will he eventually take over? No doubt. I mean, it's a great dynasty pick. If you taking him in dynasty, brilliant. I can't see any problem with him. And, I've seen some early drafts, and they are all over the board. This shows you, and it's something we'll talk about in other videos, but the drafts are all over the board, from the 101 to the 1-2, from the 1-3 all the way down to 110. There's nobody who's got a clue. It's all over the place.
Well, that's what makes it fun. You can have your own opinion and get your own player, maybe at a bargain price.
Which I love for this year.
And that great fun.
Opens up opportunities.
It's all about, isn't it?
Yeah. So very good. Dobbins, great. Maybe not so good for this year. Maybe an auxiliary role, but certainly moving forward, very, very good. Great team.
For redraft, it's not great, is it? So
no, you don't mind a share if you get him cheap enough. And to be honest, at the moment, his value on ADPs is suitably low enough, which is good, very reflective of the position and situation. I wouldn't mind taking a punt because, he's operating behind a 31-year-old running back. And, sometimes those punts turn into gold.
Yeah, obviously.
Redraft.
There's 2 other running backs there as well, so you just never know, really. But
I much prefer him than the other 2.
Okay, so there are sort of quick roundup of some of the losers of the draft. I mean, have we missed anybody? I mean, if you want to give us a few other losers, we can talk to them. We can talk
we love talking about.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers and Marlon Mack and Kerryon Johnson. Are you gutted as a fantasy owner? Because some of them came from left field, really, didn't they? They didn't seem
they did.
Landing spot. I mean,
yeah, they did.
The Ravens said they didn't even want a running back, but that
just
was too good to turn down.
Yeah, well, they've done their homework on him, and again, as I say, one of the qualities of the guy is what he'll do to help their whole ground game. And what he can do to help the quarterback who might face some I wouldn't say stacked boxes, but what I call kind of a box attack on him to try and limit him. It's not going to limit him much, but it will. The attempt is there. And I think offensive coordinators are going to do that more. But when you get a Dobbins there who's prepared to go downfield and block for your receivers and your quarterback, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. He's really good at picking up the right player. So they know what they're doing. And, he's the future. But it may take a year or so to mature into it. But I'm relatively confident once Ingram's gone, what a backfield to have a big share in. Massive. Huge.
Absolutely. Okay, if you've enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. I mean, if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next one.
Till the next time.